Welcome to episode 83. This is TVR Wrestling Entertainment, along with our host, the Distant Cult. It's time for our Monday Night Raw review, Hulk Hogan's birthday bash. Opening segment, we had Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman talking about the streak. They talked about Undertaker. They talked about John Cena. They mentioned Brock Lesnar beating The Rock, 2002, the title. They mentioned Brock Lesnar defeating Hulk Hogan in 2002. We even saw Paul Heyman rap. So, what did you think of this segment?
It wasn't too bad. It was entertaining. I'll give it that. It wasn't the worst I have, but it wasn't the greatest. It was good.
Now, do you see Brock Lesnar mentioning The Rock, possibly Rock coming back for a match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
No. There is no doubt in my mind. Rock won't come back.
And I agree. Our next match is Roman Reigns versus Baxel. Roman Reigns wins by DQ. After the match, Reigns would hit a Superman punch on both members and hits a spear on both members. So do you think this gives Roman Reigns, even though he only won by DQ, this gives him momentum heading into SummerSlam?
Yeah, it does. Even if he won by DQ, it still made Baxel look good.
But it made Roman Reigns look strong.
Yes, and no doubt in my mind, Roman Reigns is going to beat Randy Orton.
Okay. Next matchup, we had Seth Rollins defeat Rob Van Dam with a curb stomp. After the match, Dean Ambrose attacks Rollins. Now, we're not going to talk about Rollins or Ambrose in there. We'll talk about them later near the end of the video. Okay, the real question I have. If Ambrose beats Rollins, does that ruin Rollins' stock as Money in the Bank holder?
No.
But if you switch it the other way around, if Rollins beats Ambrose, where does Ambrose go from there?
It's hard to say. It depends. It can go a couple ways, I guess. But it's very difficult to say because the reason why I say that is Ambrose is a very talented guy. He can do anything and turn that shit to gold.
One of the best promo cutters in WWE right now.
Yes, and the reason why I said that is because anything he touches turns to gold.
Yes.
So they could go either way on this one, but I can tell you this: the feud won't be over.
Yeah, I see it. I see it at least lasting this Survivor Series.
I'd be shocked if it lasts that long.
Next, then we had Stephanie McMahon coming to the ring. She was talking about how she always does what's best for business. And then she brings in Daniel Bryan's physical therapist. This pains me to do this part of the show here. And I guess this physical therapist has been having an affair with Daniel Bryan. This reminds me of a lot of the AJ Styles, Clara Lynch storyline TNA did a couple years back.
That was stupid.
Very. Daniel Bryan, what are they going to see in this man?
But besides the long beard, I mean,
that's it.
I mean, I don't know.
The money, maybe.
Yeah, but he wasn't making that kind of money when we started seeing him.
But anyways, Bray would come out to the ring, slap the girl. Brie Bella would end up spearing Stephanie. She would lock in the worst yes lock I have ever seen in my life.
But you got
Stephanie tried to sell it. It's like she didn't know how to sell it. She had no idea how it was supposed to go.
She made the move look worse.
But she's trying. At the end of it, she sold it well. Just when she was trying to lock it in, it was very sloppy. I mean, Dan Bryan's rolling right now in his bed. Stephanie said it will not. They'll finish it tonight instead of SummerSlam. We'll get to that later. Jack Swagger defeats Cesaro with a Patriot lock. Cesaro losing again. Again. What?
I hopefully, I'm just hoping for Cesaro's future that this is not a bad thing.
It's like, did he piss somebody off?
I understand that what they're doing because Swagger's in a feud.
And he's a face. And they're bringing him over as a top face. As a feature face.
With Rusev. But as Del Rio being let go this past week, this gives Cesaro a great chance to step up and be the top heel.
At least be the top mid-card heel for a little bit. Until there's a spot open for him.
Give him a month, give him 2 months, and he'll be your top heel. I promise you. Mark my words.
Next, we see a sit-down interview with Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho. This interview was unsettling for me. We saw a Bray Wyatt we haven't seen before. He quoted Bible verses. Chris Jericho looked uneasy during the whole promo. Could we consider Bray Wyatt the best young talker? The best young talker in the business. The way he gets his words around and he makes you believe in what he's saying.
You could say that, but you can never outdo the originator.
Chris Jericho, I'll agree with you. Chris Jericho is probably, if not the best talker. He's in the top 5. He's arguably the best talker. I'm excited for this match. I think Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt can pull up another good match at SummerSlam.
This should be interesting.
Next, we see I guess last week we got Heath Slater beating Seth Rollins. Tonight we get Eva Marie beating the Divas champion AJ Lee. What is WWE's going through their heads these days?
I guess they really don't care for people who doesn't know how to wrestle get a win.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying Heath Slater's a bad guy on wrestling. Okay, but he's not.
He's not a Seth Rollins.
He's not a Seth Rollins. He's not a Dolph Ziggler. He's not an Ambrose. But like I said, I guess they really don't care if they're top guys that they trying to push.
The next segment, we had John Cena come out basically talking about SummerSlam, talking about his world title match. And he says he will unleash hell and you will see a side of John Cena we've never seen. In this promo, he seemed like he was leaning towards not a heel turn, but a tweener. Mm-hmm. Where he was going different, like an old John Cena we haven't seen since 2004.
Yes.
Do you think these kind of promos of John Cena could get him liked with IWC again? Because this promo, and I thought it was one of his best promos in the past year.
And it was. It was one of his good ones. To me, on a side note, I don't like IWC. They can kiss my ass. But that's my opinion. We all have our opinion. But, like I said, I mean, this is a good thing for John Cena. I mean, I know a lot of you hate John Cena for what he has accomplished in the WWE and the way he's gone about doing it and everything, but you gotta give the man his props. He's done everything that everybody's asked him to do, and he's done beyond. Especially with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Really, who's going to outdo that?
Nobody. But it's time for our next match. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. Well, unfortunately, this match never got on its way.
No, it didn't.
Megan Miller, who is the physical therapist, she has pressed charges against Brie Bella. Brie Bella be handcuffed. This is just a way to get heel heat for Stephanie and to advance the storyline.
And it is.
Next match, we had the one-man band, baby! Heath Slater defeating Dolph Ziggler by countout. What do you think of this new push for Heath Slater? It came out of nowhere.
I don't want to say it's a push, but WWE needs to be careful. If they stop kind of pushing them, the WWE universe is going to get behind them.
The fans are already behind him. They were chanting Slater.
Yes, they was. And they don't know.
And then are they going to do to him what they did to Ryder? Let him get all these fans and then
possibility.
Get him a title and then drop him.
If WWE doesn't like what he's doing, they will drop him.
The next match was the main event. Randy Orton defeated Sheamus with a mid-air RKO. Me and you had a little fun of this match. I'm a Randy Orton fan. I can't stand Sheamus.
I like both of them. I have nothing against Randy Orton, but his last title reign, to me, was stale.
Sheamus bores the fuck out of me. Everything he does bores me. But next we had a Hulk Hogan celebration. Okay. The guest list were Hulk Hogan, of course, Mean Gene, Jimmy Hart, Ric Flair, Mr. Wonderful. That old little fucker coming out to the ring.
I thought he was going to break his leg or hip or something.
Probably Hogan's greatest rival, Hot Rod Roddy Piper, and the NWO. It was great to see Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in the black and white.
It was great.
The downside of this, Brock Lesnar interrupted. And it was very interesting. It got me off of my feet because I was excited.
Yeah.
John Cena would come out and Lesnar would leave. Now, What do you feel about this segment?
I liked it all the way up until Brock Lesnar came out, due to the fact it ruined something that it could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
But I mean, it didn't ruin it like terribly. Like, oh my god, I'm mad because
It just could have been. It left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yes, but I mean, it turned out all great. I mean, not great, but it turned out pretty good.
Okay, now we have our SummerSlam match card here right in front of us. We start from the bottom. Predictions. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. I predict this will be a great match. This will be a really good contested match. But the push of Roman Reigns is going to surpass it. He's going to be the world champion by 2015.
Mark my words. This match can steal the show.
Yes. I say Roman Reigns wins.
I agree with you. Roman Reigns is one of my favorite young guys who came up.
The next match is Russia's Rusev against America's Jack Swagger in a flag match. I say Swagger gets this win. Honestly, I just feel the way they're going. They want Swagger to win it. He's gotten such a big pop from the fans.
I think he will win too, and that gives you a hint. Oh, Rusev's going to be defeated. No, fans. He has not been pinned or submitted, so that still leaves him
undefeated. Our next match is a rematch by State Review. This will actually be the fourth time this match has happened. Paige versus AJ for the Divas title. I predict Paige wins it.
I'm going to go different. I'm going to say AJ retains.
What do you think that?
Her wrestling ability has gotten a lot better, but although she has learned from the best.
Yeah. In the world.
So I think she'll just retain. I just can't see them give AJ the title and take it from her 2 months later.
I just feel it's Paige's time.
I mean, I have nothing against Paige. Paige is a great wrestler, but I just don't think they're going to give it back to her right now.
Next match on the list is Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for IC title. I have no interest in this match.
Me neither.
I think The Miz is going to win because they gave him the title. I think Miz is going to stay champion till Bad News Barrett comes back.
I agree with you, although, I mean, I know Miz is going to win, but I'd like to see Ziggler have a title on his record.
I would too, but I just think Miz is going to win it.
Yes.
Ziggler's had the advantage every time they've been in an altercation. It just don't look good for Ziggler. Next match is Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match. I'm going to live here. I say Ambrose wins.
I can't pick a winner, but if you're asking me right now who's going to win this match, I'm going Seth Rollins.
Why?
He's got certain things going for him. Ambrose won the Beat the Clock challenge.
Yeah.
Ambrose picked a stipulation for that match.
Yeah.
95% of this time, whoever picks the stipulation loses.
You know why I'm picking Ambrose? I'll tell you. If you go back to all the Money in the Bank winners, before they cashed in, didn't they lose a lot?
I grant you, yes, certain ones have lost a lot.
I think Ambrose wins here, and then Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins will end up winning the feud. When it's over, Seth Rollins will get the last win.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ambrose win just to see him beat Seth Rollins.
And then you can have another pay-per-view, and then Seth Rollins win and the feud. Next match is Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho, and the Wyatt family are banned from ringside. I got Bray Wyatt. I think he gets to win.
Why doesn't that shock me?
I picked Chris Jericho last pay-per-view. I think Bray Wyatt wins. Bray Wyatt, I just don't see him losing 2 straight pay-per-views to Chris Jericho.
I'm going to probably go with Bray Wyatt. I think he just has a psychological advantage over Jericho. He's getting into his head. So I think Wyatt's going to win. You know, he necessarily doesn't need the help of Harper. And,
he's talented enough.
You know, he doesn't.
I remember back in Royal Rumble, he had a great match with Daniel Bryan.
Yes, that was quite a match.
Now the main event, the WWE World Title match, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. I'm going with the Conqueror. I'm going with Brock Lesnar. There's no questions about it. He's walking out WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and you can bet on that.
Okay, I'm a John Cena fan all the way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's hard for me to go with John Cena unless I have my choices. But I am going to go with Brock Lesnar to win this match due to the fact I've read all kinds of stuff on here about certain things. So I think just my opinion, Lesnar will win.
Okay. So what would you rate this Raw out of 5 stars?
I'll give it.
I give it 3.5 stars.
I'll give it a 3.
At 3.5, I think the Hulk Hogan celebration it was better than I thought it was.
Yes, it was pretty good.
But that is episode 83, TBR Wrestling Entertainment. Make sure you check out my video tomorrow. Flashback review, SummerSlam 96, I believe. Also, this week, make sure you check out SmackDown and SummerSlam review. Make sure you check that out. He will be here for that SummerSlam review. And I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Have a good night, y'all.